Alright, so welcome to another episode of Sorting Out the Collection, or whatever the hell as I called this. The series that I've decided just to do on the secondary channel. One, to make content. Second of all, why not? So, I think the shelves have changed since last time. It's been a little while, but got some big stuff going on this one. See, this was originally just me kind of about sorting, maybe buying a few of these boxes to kind of do stuff with the collection. And I'll be honest, I went down the rabbit hole, and after seeing some posts on some Lego Star Wars forums and stuff, trust me, I made some decisions. So this series is originally about sorting out all of this stuff underneath the bed. And well, I decided to buy a new bed. So that one there essentially is one of these old style beds where you could slide another bed out from under the bottom and the underneath is hollow. But I went and bought a bed where it lifts up. Like the mattress sits on slats and it lifts up. And I got myself thinking, I'm not going to keep everything that's currently stored under there. This will be an easier way of doing it. And then I got thinking about the contents of my wardrobe. Because this wardrobe is not in the best condition. In fact, I've actually had to press things against it so that it can't wobble the way it has been. And of course, my dropship and a bunch of Clone Wars vehicles sit on it. But having had a look inside at all the miscellaneous things, I've come to the conclusion that the things in that wardrobe aren't even wardrobe stuff. Keep all my clothes in drawers. And here's the announcement. I'm actually just paid for, those shelves. You guys watch people like Solid Brick Studios on YouTube. I think he's the kind of guy that got a lot of people using them in the Lego community. The Ivor system shelves. And I bought that Ivor shelf. Very happy about it because initially I wanted those here, but when I done the measurements out with the measuring tape coming out from here with the 50, that just didn't work. And I was super annoyed. But up here, 50 doesn't even touch those shelves. And I was thinking, we could have one there. In fact, it would fit just ideally in the footprint of this wardrobe. And it's a shelving unit a lot of people will use the dropship on, so that'll be kind of helpful. Because things like gunships and dropships are not easy to display. Or, it's difficult. But now between those, my eventual plan would be to move that. By the way, the place is a bit of a mess. I've been night shift all week. You can eventually move this into the middle, have the Ivor there, and the Ivors can connect to other. So I can have a shelf, and I did the measurement, span over that, and have like one of the Ivor towers on this side. I'd take all that down, of course, and get rid of that. But it's kind of it's a unique idea and process. See, this is probably my brain on night shift. I give myself ideas. So in this episode, I'm going to be going underneath the bed there and try to clear some of it out. Plus, I'm somehow on my 4th night shift of the week and I'm not really that tired, so give me something to do. So let's get started. So the Ivor shelf comes tomorrow, but I'm hoping the bed will come first from Amazon that I ordered. But I'm going to try and clear some of this and just move some of it. I've kind of got a rough idea on where I can put. I want to organise what I've got under here, so I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. I will also point out I'm probably going to move some of this to the other room just for preparation. Because if that comes tomorrow, I'm just going to build it when I come in from work. I'm kind of been working my way through it. Can we just take a minute to admire some of those cool boxes I've got under here? See, I don't show this a lot on the TikTok or page or on here, but we've got the 2009. I'm one of those collectors who just can't get rid of these boxes. If it's a modern set, then that stuff is gone the minute it's been reviewed, sometimes earlier than that. Sometimes I can just go, hey, I'm not going to use the review. I don't want the box to review, but I've got the '09 attack shuttle. This isn't even a Lego box. This is essentially something I got at Comic-Con when I bought that Y-Wing. This is what the vendor put it in. So I'm probably just going to throw that away. You can see some other retro boxes, like the Captain Rex Lightning boxes. So far I've kind of just thrown things like, there's the Sith Nightspeeder box has been thrown in there. Got a few boxes. This is the Echo base box. I'm not going to get all of this, which is a little bit damaged, but see, when I'm buying a retro set and it has the box, it's a shame to throw its box away. What's behind this? UCS B-Wing in Battle of Endor. So, I'm going to quickly go check the place where I'm going to store these for the next couple of days. Make sure it's the way I left it. So, I'm essentially planning, and we're in a different room completely, just to store some of the boxes behind the couch here. Yeah, I'm still a bit filthy from the night shift. I'm going to do this before I go for a shower and stuff, but just going to throw a whole bunch of the boxes behind there because it will be quite easy to do so. I may come to the conclusion of getting rid of a few of the boxes, like the 2011 Ninjago boxes. I don't really see a point in keeping. I mean, they are cool, but I don't see the point. But things like the, UCSB lingo, they need to stay. It's a little bit beat up. This is the oldest box in my collection. 2005 Imperial Inspection. Some cool stuff on this one. Also here, the advent calendars. Well, by the way, these are Ray studs. You can feel all those. Just a random fact. This is the 2011 one. I also have 2012 and 2013s under there somewhere. Here's the O9 Attack Shuttle box. I will point out, these are not just empty. Like, this one has an Alien Conquest UFO abduction box inside of it. These are those old school Ninjago boxes. I don't want to get rid of these. I kind of want to keep these to make reviews on them. But I'm going to try and pack them inside each other. Because, yep, there's no box inside of there. Gotta love them all. Definitely the biggest box in my collection. Is there anything inside this one? I think there is. Oh man, we've got a host of different stuff in here. Old battle pack. Old battle pack boxes like with Scooby-Doo. Some cool stuff in here. Honestly, man, I can't believe I've had this set for almost 2 years. It's one of my favourite sets. So the first UCS set I actually bought when I got back into LEGO. It's fair, I got back into LEGO about 10 years ago. So here's kind of where we're at. You can get to see what I mean with the design of the bed. Just random crap under here. There's a box here I need to get rid of, and it's going to annoy me to do so. I think it's that one there, the 8080, because I did sell the set, but I didn't have the box at hand, so I can actually, but will be one that gets thrown out. Just because of space. 09 Battle of Endor. So, we're 2 years away for Star Wars 50th anniversary, and I'm finding I think it's the only one I've got. So this is for the Hoth Echo. This is from the Hoth Rebel base from 09. Sorry, not 07. K3PO. And you can see the 7707 thing there, like, wow. Alright, so under here, we're getting through them. It's just those boxes there. I have already taken a few through, and I'm just debating myself getting rid of some. Because I obviously need to go through the contents of that. And I'm so tempted just to get it all done so that my weekend off, because I'm not working Friday night, Saturday night, or Sunday night. Well, at least I don't think I am. So, it stands to reason I could get those sorted, which would be great. Because also, the Lego sets off to stay on top of there just now, but if you look at the contents of that dealt with, because it's barely any clothes, like, the biggest thing in there is like the Jabba's sail barge box. If I can just deal with what's in there really good, that'd be brilliant. That means it's really just a case of the furniture arrives, at least the shelving arrives tomorrow, dismantle that, put up the shelf, and, like, I've started to just throw things on to these shelves. It doesn't matter, because I'm probably going to redo my shelving when that comes anyway. So I'll get more boxes through and I'll update you. I didn't forget I had the set, but I 100% forgot I had the box of this turbo tank. 2012 X-Wing boxes inside there. Huh. When I, about 4 years ago, got my first proper paycheck as an adult, this was the first thing I went back and bought when I was making my own money. The 2012 Jabba's Palace. Absolutely love this set. Can't believe this is a 13-year-old set. Again, gotta love that Darth. I do have a lot of those Darth Maul sets. Another really cool nostalgic set here. The 2011 Vulcan. Now, yeah, keeping the boxes may be seen as impractical, but if I was to buy, I don't know. I look at myself for a modern example. I can't actually find any. If I was to buy the Executor, I would always throw his box away, because it doesn't, like, I did that with all those kind of sets. The new Archon 70s box, but seeing it box wise, I'm gonna have to get rid of that 8080 box. I don't own the set. That's kind of annoying. Those Ninjago boxes might just go for simplicity. It's just easier if they're away, so yeah. But essentially, with the exception of the Rancor pits in there, we're pretty much, I'm going to take more of these through and show you what I've got going on through there. Probably one of the longest videos I've ever made on this account. I've kind of just realised that. Who knows, maybe it's not. They're currently riding on the Jabba's Palace box. Don't know why, but I felt like pointing that out. See? Weird. Also, these boxes have not moved really or come out anywhere since probably July. So, I've already got, you can see the Battle of Endor and the B-Wing TIE Fighter other side. It'll just be the Scooby-Doo box in there, so let's get these other ones in. You see what I mean? Like, getting those in there. Still got these other gaps I can use, and that space down there. Just because I've got dogs, I don't want them getting anywhere near this stuff. So, there is that, but go through and evaluate more. So that was what, yeah, Jabba's Palace and the Turbo Tank. So, I think I have a couple more big boxes to go through, but the biggest one being the B-Wing is down there, so that helps quite a bit. Random cushion sided to follow. Right, so box situation. So of course those two are gonna go through. A couple of those are, I think the Ninjago boxes and that AT-AT box I'm gonna have to get rid of. There'll be someone in the comments who points out getting rid of that is a shame. Yeah, it is a shame, but it's just a box. I've sold this. I did the figures from the set, which are some good figures with the Han Solo up there and stuff. But yeah, so because I'm gonna have to make some space for some of the stuff. The wardrobe will get thrown out as well, so it can all make sense. Because like I said, it's one of those beds that raises kind of like up at an angle. Brilliant. So right, let's get back to this. So just those things really just there, and we're kind of sorted. So I'll get those out. I'll get these boxes through and update you soon. Yeah, so we got some boxes, kind of flat pack. So I was going to keep a hold of these and review the sets, but I've kind of realised by the time I get, like, I'm not going to have those set reviews done anytime soon. Because, you know, recently I went and got things in like the Darth Vader transformation, the original AT-RT, stuff like that, Palpatine shuttle, and I'm doing Revenge of the Sith based content for the anniversary. So I've kind of come to the conclusion, by the time I get round to this, like, I'm not going to get around enough soon. Like, I don't want the box sitting around that long, it's just space, so yeah. I'm going to get all those thrown out and take the remainder of stuff. Like, some of this needs to go, but I'm going to take the remainder of it through. It needs to go through just now, come back for those boxes. Like, I have managed to get rid of like 3 decently sized boxes, which does help a ton. Not to mention that was kind of inefficient. Some of those boxes, like, so the way I usually do it is like, the Falcon has got, what's inside the Falcon? The Falcon's got Echo Base inside it, which makes it efficient. That's 2 boxes. But some of those didn't. Like, these Ninjago ones and the AT-AT didn't. So, doing that does help quite a bit. And also, I can use the bottom shelf of the Ivar for some storage. And underneath the Ivar, which helps. So, yeah. But that space is more or less clear. The Rancor pit and stuff is out of there. So, that does help me quite a bit. We are getting towards that goal of having everything kind of sorted out and squared off, because I just don't want to have to worry about this tomorrow when the shelving unit arrives, because, well, in this clip I will get into that wardrobe. That's the plan, but let me quickly deal with all this. The latest is currently what? 31 minutes past 8. The latest I want to be doing this is 9:30, and I can sleep all the way till 6. So, let's keep going. Just to make people want to try to keep this video under 20 minutes. So these are all the boxes we need to get rid of. Just a box of things. We're getting there to the point where I can get in that wardrobe. So I'll see you guys once we're ready to go in that wardrobe. If not, that may become a part 2 tomorrow. Your guy will be getting a long part tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say. Also, Zero the Hut. Right. Okay, so place is a bit trash looking, but I'm just going through the wardrobe. Like I said, I keep things like clone helmets and RC car shells in here. The box for Jabba's sail barge. Like, this is all stuff that could be kept in other places. So that's more or less the reason why I'm doing this. Plus, you know, the wardrobe, you can see the back end's falling apart of it. If I tried to put heavy objects in this as a weight to keep it from moving, because when all this is out, you'll see how really janky this thing is. So I'm going to continue working on it, because I know that furniture, the shelving is coming tomorrow. I did put a few things back under the bed just because I can pull those out easy enough. But, yeah. I'm going to do a little bit more work on this. Alright, something I've opted to do to streamline the process is I'm just going to take this door off because it is a bit of a major inconvenience. So I'm thinking, I'm not going to do all I can in this just now, but I'm going to do as much as I can, because it says it arrives between 7 and 7. So listen, it could arrive as soon as I get home from work, but I can track it. But I'm planning to stay up when I come in to work, just to get myself back on a regular sleeping schedule, because it's not a permanent night shift. Those will have to stay up there until then, and then they'll just roll in the bed until the unit's built. It's a really simple unit, the Ivor stuff. like I said, I'm planning for it to span across and replace. Like, I do like this, but the more I've seen those Ivors, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna end up buying one. Because originally, like I said, I was gonna want to replace all this with that, but that won't work. So let's get this door off. You really want to know something nuts? The door weighs more than the actual sides do. And I'm thinking for when I do demolish this, I can actually just undrill these nuts or just really just break it. I think the bed's coming tomorrow as well, so like tomorrow will be like a very productive day. But yeah, that's just coming. Also, the back will just fall off them. This side has kind of started to bow, so I'm kind of hoping this will just. Well, how dodgy it's been for the last couple of years, I'm hoping like. I'd be really annoyed if it would end up being really hard to take apart, but the way it's going, the way it's kind of like split at the bottom and stuff, this should be an easy enough thing to take apart. The door's off, I'm going to go throw the door out and go from, we'll decide where we're going from there. So, I think this might be the best place to end off. Yes, there's loads of things in here like that. It's one of those cases, record players that looks like a case. That's one of my investment sets, which is actually done really well. What else we got in here? It's a drawer full of like personal documents and other random junk. See where that's bowing out quite bad though. Honestly, the last time I touched anything in here was definitely like at the start of the year when I moved it over here into shoes and stuff. So once that drawer's out, honestly, I think a few precise, obviously I'd remove the door again, I'll just get in there with the drill, because it's just a whole bunch of these going down. One there, so it'll be quite easy. So I'm thinking tomorrow, I just got a notification about the bed, because it could potentially come tomorrow or Saturday. See, I'm going to build the shelf first. Or I better build the bed, whatever, probably the bed, because that way I can get a whole bunch of the things sorted now. It's not perfect, and I have just ruined my display that I worked on another week, but listen, these new 05, well, I say new, they're from 2005. On the main channel on TikTok, I'm doing a whole thing right now with Revenge of the Sith stuff, so I've got Vader's transformation that arrived here, and the original 80 looks brilliant with that 05 turbo tank. But one cool thing once I get the Ivor in is, a lot of my Republic vehicles take up a lot of space. I'm going to give them just their own shelf and moving some of that other stuff on here. I don't know. There'll have to be a big live stream, possibly on this Sunday, I'm thinking. Sunday, nice long live stream dealing with all that. That'll be fun. But anywho, I will see you guys in the next installment of this, which I'll try and get out tomorrow. I will be live, most likely while I'll do it, but stay tuned, like TikToks where you'll get the stuff for that. I might even upload a clip here just telling you that stuff. But I'll see you guys later on.